Alrighty, y'all. We are live for Florida at Carolina, game one of round three. Welcome to the semifinals. Expecting some real serious hockey to come out of the next two games, the next 2 days. I think it's going to be the better, in the way of the sport, it'll be a little better hockey than a little later in the series. In the way of entertainment and watchability, it's going to be wild by the time we get to game three, game four. Going in, the Florida Panthers with a 20.5% power play. Carolina, 28.1%. Penalty kill, Florida, 89.5. Carolina, 93.3. Face-off advantage goes to Carolina by about 4.5%. Goals for are 375 for Florida, 340 for Carolina. So the scoring advantage is in Florida's favor. However, goals against for the Cats, 2.42. Goals against for Carolina, 1.8. So while they haven't been the best scorers, they have been fantastic at keeping their net empty. And I will say, I was one of these guys that was like, look, dude, Washington's not going to be the Devils. You know what I mean? Capitals aren't the Devils. Yeah, well, they didn't give them much trouble, the same way neither did the Devils. So, you know what I mean? But, they surprised me. They surprised me against Washington. Little bummed out at what happened to LT. But as much as, he definitely gave up goals he should not given up. But he also was let down by the guys in front of him plenty of times. So 50-50 on the goalkeeping and the skaters in front of him. But what do we expect with scoring wise? So again, less than 2 goals against on average for Carolina, and putting up 2 or 3 against Florida actually proved rather tough. In the last, it went 5-4, 4-3, 5-4, and then Florida wins 2-0, 6-1, loses 2-0, wins 6-1. So, giving up 4 goals in 4 games with 2 shutouts. Or no, sorry. Because Toronto won the 2-0. So it's 2-1. There's none against, 1 against, 2 against, 1 against. So it's 4 goals in 3 games. That's what I said, isn't it? I just mixed my brain up. I was right. I'm thinking of 4 games total, but they didn't score in one of them. That's why I'm just all kinds of, my brain's all kind of out of whack, dude. A day off is working against me. Like, I got to get back into the rosters. Should be okay. Might be a little tripped up when it comes to Carolina. I won't lie. Now, I'm pretty sure one of these is linked for. Yeah, okay. So the away link is the one that's like way, way behind. And I think the home feed is the one we are going to be watching. Oh, maybe not. Nope. It is the home feed. Never mind. Thinking out loud. Bro, I'm not going to lie. I probably should have known it was going to be like 15 minutes. Oh, there it is. Anthem getting ready to go. Oh, shit. Wait, hang on. I just noticed this. See if that's any better. Okay. What's so proudly we have in the twilight's last gleaming. Whose words? Gotta wait for it. The rock. Night. I forgot that both teams chant red. Oh, give me 1 sec. All right. Anderson versus Bobrovsky. All right. Hurricanes, I'll probably need a reminder or two. Face off. St. Coven got his ass beat by Lindell right off the rip. And they're going to call it a hand pass. It was Lindell versus Stankoven. Face off happened, and Lindell went right through Stankoven. Lundell, not Lindell. Puck all the way behind Anderson. Ooh, a little bit of a freebie on the high wall, misses the net. And it comes out of the zone. Lustrinin battling with Roslovic. Orlov ends up in the zone, getting it behind Bobrovsky. Battle for it up to the high point. Shot. And it goes wide. I might have made it through to Bobrovsky. I couldn't tell, but goes into the low corner. And Lundell gets it out. From the Carolina blue line, Orlov. Up the low wall, tipped in by Stahl. Kulikov plays it up the high corner. Big hit by our boy Will Carrier before he gets cross-checked down by Ekblad. But going back the other way, Reinhart gets it into the Carolina zone. Up to the top. Burns kind of half-assed. Well, he was trying to play the puck. He should have played the body on that particular one. Into the high corner. Rodriguez gets pushed over by Burns. Stahl takes a little abuse before he gets the puck out. Florida from their own blue line. Across mid. Into the zone. Reinhart leaves it back to Rodriguez before getting blasted by Slavin. And at the blue line, the puck ends up in the bench. I was going to say that made it out of the zone. So face off in neutral. Big hit by Will Carrier. Big hit by Slavin. Dude, why are we? I appreciate you, Bobo, but get your ass to the clips of the hits we just saw. What are you guys doing? That's why I don't like. Bobo's great. You can show it during a break. You can show him during a break where nothing just happened. That was awesome. Show the replay. Oh, another big hit, but Aho trying to pass it ahead, and that's a good stop by Mikkola. He should have taken the shot. Down low, Florida, the first big hit from Florida put somebody on their ass. I could not see who it was. Aho kicks it up ahead, and it's offsides. That was a great job by Mikkola. That should have been a hand pass. Definitely should have been a hand pass because he swatted it away. And Verhaeghe went and played it. Oh, well. Ekblad all the way down. On target. Fought off by Kokoniemi. Man, good stop looking for a call when everyone's hit. It's not, none of Florida is capable of doing that. Races. The, between, like, dude, Carrier blasting him. And then, that hit by Slavin down on the boards. Both of those were fantastic. Kachuk will never stop crying, dude. Gosh to be here into the low corner of his own zone. Reverse hit on Gatchevich. Gatchevich thought he had him lined up, and we got an offsides. Blake trying to cut through, had to make an extra move. You can hand pass in the defensive end. Oh, fair enough. Really? I guess I'm surprised that I never knew that. I'm not going to lie to you. Schmitty into the boards. Kulikov trying to get it up and out. It's held in on the low boards. And Florida gets it to neutral. Burns right back the other way. Off pass, but straight to Stankoven. And then Stahl just got, or sorry, that was Tanner Hall, got completely upended right there. Anderson trying to get it up the boards. He kicks, it's kicked back around. Give it a second. Here comes Florida. Oh, there we go. A little bit of a misplay. And Carolina gets it right out. 4 minutes gone in the first period. And we're getting some really good, clean hockey right now. That good opportunity going back towards, the best opportunity was going back to the Florida net, but Aho going for the pass instead of the shot, man. As soon as he laid down, he should have just turned. And if you don't think you got a shot, then go off the pads, give your teammates something to go for off the rebound, give yourself a rebound. But definitely, that's one of those I scream at Mark Stone about making the pass instead of shooting the puck. Another good hit by Carrier. Oh boy, didn't like that, but it don't matter. Willie don't give a shit, bro. Oh, that was a good, fortunate bout for Florida. Nobody in front of the net, though. Puck goes all the way down. It's going to be an icing. Face off in the Carolina zone. Dude, my boy Willie is looking like okay. Probably could have worded that differently, but he's looking like exactly how it hope. He looks like the Will Carrier of old, and it's only been 4.5 minutes. 2 shifts. He's already fucking just going out, body smashing people. Bobo gloves it, Anderson grabs it and freezes it. 15.25 to go in the first. As of now, shots are 1-0 Florida. So nothing, all the stuff I thought made it to Bobrovsky obviously didn't. See, Kelly Sutherland and Eric Furlat. Puck up the high boards, not quite out. Burns recovers, and it's finally cleared. Not tipped far past the red line, though. Oh, a swing and a miss as the puck's behind him by who is that, actually? Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe just got smashed into the boards. And then just misses a potential puck coming out to the middle. What's the penalty? I was going to say, that was a great decision to just say the hell with it and skate over to hit Bennett by, I think that was Svechnikov. And we do have a hooking on Bennett. Oh, yeah? Oh, did I not relabel these to... okay. I just realized I never relabeled my thing. So it says Toronto. Do this first of all. There we go. Jarvis from the blue line tries to feed it towards the middle. Good stick by Florida. Quick shot by Aho, swallowed up. So yeah, trying to pass it to the middle from the blue line, gets tipped. Fortunately, not between and out towards the blue line, because that could have gone very bad. That's how Vegas ends up giving up shorties. And we're back. I'll say Jones can't really get mad. Dude's on the ground. He's got nowhere to go. What up, D? Damn, Reinhardt went straight after Blake. I missed that part of the equation. 14:20 to go in the first. 1.5 on the Carolina power play. Gosh to be here leaves it back for Jarvis. Cross neutral. A good stick deflects the puck, breaks up the entrance for the Canes. Gosh to be here through the middle. Goes high wall. Back behind Barkov. Good play to come up behind Forsling by Blake. Puck goes back to Blake. Back to Svechnikov. Oh, that's Aho. In the middle. Right up front, trying to go back the other way. And gosh to be here was crashing the net. Completely avoid, that was so good. Just a little off target. Feeling rough, catch these fish, get ready for a word. I was doing a little bit of catching earlier. Aho with the great spin move to avoid the hit. Almost sets him back up in the middle, but then Jarvis goes hard into Ekblad. Another great hit by Carolina. Shot. Stopped out front, loose puck. And it's covered by Bobrovsky. And now they're going to send Aho for going after Lundell. I want to see what happens right here. Lundell. Aho. Yeah, dude. Lundell slashed the shit out of him. He cross-checked him right there and then slashed the hell out of him, and they call that unreal. Races, unreal. You miss Lindell cross-checking and then slashing the hell out of him, and then call a roughing on Jarvis for that. Yeah, I saw that. I've started going into the what's it called? The club room and kind of checking in on everybody, seeing what's going on. We'll get rid of that for a while too. Oh, sorry, it's a 4-on-4 now. And we got another whistle. Under 13 minutes to go in the first. Shots are 3-1 Carolina. I mean, I could understand wanting to take control of the game, but to do it with that call this early is insane. Insane. All right. Let's check some stats. 6-6 for the face-off. Hits are 11-8 Carolina. Surprises me. I feel like I've seen about 4 from Florida, but they have 8. 1 block shot for Carolina, none for the Cats. 2 giveaways for Florida. 1 for Carolina and 1 takeaway for Florida. So about 19 hits in 30 minutes or 30 minutes. Jesus. Oh, there's 13 minutes left. My dumbass. So about 19 hits in 7 minutes. Okay. I mean, I feel like those are rookie numbers. We can bump those numbers up a little bit. If the bullshit keeps happening, well, if the refs are going to be like this about the bullshit, I definitely did spill water. I thought it. Anyway, the refs are going to be this touchy about the bullshit. We'll see who takes advantage, I guess. Carrier destroyed him. I think that was Kulikov. Jarvis destroyed Ekblad. Incredible. All right, Carolina wins it, sends it all the way around. Oh, nope, still 6 seconds as that's an icing. Jesus Christ, dude. So far behind. All right. So Toronto is out, and now it's a Florida power play. Damn. what am I thinking about right now? Oh, it's going to be a glove. Anyway, let's freeze that and see where we are on this feed real quick. That one's even further behind. Unreal. Ah, there we go. There we go. Okay. It's not great, but it's a lot better than where we were. Minute left on the Florida power play. Reinhart across the line. Tosses it around. That's Barkov and Kachuk trying to play it down low. Kulikov wins it. Jarvis chasing it down. Jones there first. Back behind Anderson to the low dot. Reinhart throws it down low. Back to Barkov. Back down low. Back to Barkov on the low boards. To the middle. Backhand. And score! Verhaeghe with the backhand up close and over Anderson. I mean, just Kachuk in that low corner gets it up the low board, but ends up getting to Verhaeghe, and there's just no one to challenge him. Jarvis is a little too far off his ass, and he's waiting for the pass instead of like committing to putting pressure on Verhaeghe, who just has all the time in the world. That is not what I meant to do. Guys, we're professionals here. I do everything wrong in a professional manner. Scoring for the Florida Panthers with a power play goal, Carter Verhaeghe, assisted by Barkov and Kachuk. And we froze. Try again. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Come on, man. Don't do this to me right now. We finally caught up a little bit closer. Oh, hang on. Please. Please. All right, I guess we'll be a minute and a half behind again. 10:37. There's 9:53. Ugh. Walk back the other way. Oop. Through neutral. And in the Florida zone. I hate when we're so far behind. I didn't realize it for the longest time. Then we finally got one that was a little closer, and it failed on us. Puck through neutral to offsides. Blake just kind of struggling at the Florida blue line to really get the puck under control, get his timing down, all that stuff. Hell of a backhand. All right. See, every now and then, all you got to do is bitch about shit, and it turns everything around and starts working. Now, that's not really the best philosophy on life, but hey, every now and then. That's why, like, working on shit or like building IKEA furniture and shit always includes a throw in fucking you stupid son of a god, blah, and then it's built. Forgot what I was even talking about. I'm not gonna lie. Oh yeah, that's right, because of the stream fucking up. So 9:45 to go in the first. Shots are 4-3 Carolina. Score 1-0 Cats. Puck up to the high point, and it's going to end up in neutral after hitting bodies up front. Burns dumps it back in. Kulikov there first. Rips down Martin Hook. I don't know how that's not a penalty. You're going to call that little, what Aho did, a penalty, but not that. Seems unreasonable. Reinhart gets the puck up to Rodriguez, who tips it, but Burns gets it somewhat back. And it's out of the zone. Still battling on the high boards. Kachuk just delivered a shoulder to look like Svechnikov's chin. And the puck ends up out of play in the Florida zone. Goal differential on the road for Florida is plus 18. At home, it's -1. Good Lord, man. Face off to the right of Bobrovsky. Kokaniemi, and I don't see the number. But he's getting kicked out anyway, so Lundell out. Lustrinin in. Florida ends up coming away with the puck. Highway out. Gostabahir turns to shoot it back. It's stopped by Marchand. A good stick to follow up. Knocks it away, but Marchand gets it back. Kokaniemi doing a great job knocking the puck away. Gostabahir gets into the zone. He has a step shot off a stick and into the netting. Bet 365. There's I said it's insane the amount of betting commercials that come up, and the guys wearing betting shit all over their uniforms and betting stuff all over the boards, and then hockey players get banned for gambling, not even on their own sport. I don't know. I feel like that's a special kind of stupid. And my feed just went away again. I'm suffering, guys. Please work. That means it's probably. Why? All right, so now 2 of the feeds aren't working. Let's see, another big hit by Will Carrier along the low boards at the bottom of the neutral line. Fed out front on the high dot. Florida scores. Damn, I came back just in time to watch Florida drop another one. And the least scored against team becomes very much scored against. 12 and a half minutes in to the first period. Stahl just lost the puck. And then Anderson got beat. I mean, of course he never saw it. Svechnikov gets it out. Jones sends it back. I thought Jones was offsides, but I guess not. Dude, what a move by Jarvis to get to the net. Apparently, Jones broke his own stick trying to slash Svechnikov. All right, not trying, but actively slashing him. Of course, Seth Jones did. Did you see the uniform he's wearing, sir? Of course, he got away with one. That was so the same way Lundell got away with one. Oh, tripped by his own teammate. Carolina comes in, and what a bad pass. Horrible. I don't know who that was for Carolina, but shame on you, sir. And we have a stoppage in neutral. That was all. I mean, Anderson got beat, but Stahl. You cannot lose the puck heading towards your own net when nobody is around you. That's tough. Looked like Oshtaby here might have been tripped, but Blake getting it out and avoiding the hit. Jones takes it back the other way, and it's dumped in by Florida. Blake has it again out of his own zone. Gets it to... Who are these guys? Hang on. I haven't seen these numbers much yet. Robinson, Morrow, and Walker. I haven't seen much of. Florida behind Anderson. Trying to get it up top. Kokaniemi fights the puck away, and as he goes down, he gets it out, but it's right back in for a 2-on-2. That wasn't gonna. There's no way that was ever called a penalty. That's just reality of it. Chucked in all the way around by Florida. In a low corner, Burns takes a littlest pop. Ooh, pretty big one in the low corner there. Stahl trying to get it in. He does. Martinook chasing it down. Verhaeghe gets it up the low wall and takes a hit. Ekblad gives it to Carrier, who takes a quick spinning shot. And it's saved by Bobrovsky. 5 minutes to go in the first. Puck down in the... Ooh, pretty... I could have been a very bad hit, but it ended up all right. And then a Carolina attempt at a hit ended up bad for the Hurricane. Aho shoots, and Bobrovsky makes the save. Great move as the puck was bouncing around at the low Florida blue line. Out front, Jarvis shoots, and again, Bobrovsky. Two great saves on two grade A chances by the Carolina Hurricanes. 4:20 to go in the first. Behind the Florida net, Jarvis gets it to Svechnikov, who comes in. Gosh, to be here at the low point. Dancing Gets it back behind the net to Jarvis. Jarvis to the high point. Back down behind the net. It's going to come all the way around and make its way to Gosteby here. Not quite. And Florida got it out, but now it's coming right back in. Bobrovsky to play it to the high wall. And Gadjevich takes a hit as it's not cleared. And then Bobrovsky makes a glove save on the shot from the point. Holy crisis, dude. Bennett went in and just wrecked Orlov. And then Aho tried to go 5-hole. Didn't work out for him. Not work out for him. All right. So I know I have this one in my pocket. Please, away feed work. There it is. Ooh. All right. Commercial break. Got a couple minutes after 5 getting here because decided to make up some Mexican rice. Go with some ground beef, some taco meat. I am very much looking forward to that food. Just make a big ass beef and rice burrito. Why does this bee not want to work? Oh, there we go. Bobrovsky has played very, very well. Face off to the right of Bob. Florida wins it. Jones chucks it into neutral. Burns settles it. Little catch, and Burns gets it to Carrier. And dumps it deep. Jones takes a hit from Carrier. I am loving watching my dude play. Oh, I miss this Will Carrier. Oh, he gives up the puck right there. Shot from Jones, and it's covered up by Anderson. Bob's allowed career in the conference final. He has 8 games allowing 2 or fewer goals. Puck all the way back to Florida. Ekblad gets it to neutral. Verhaeghe into the zone. Orlov chasing it down. Orlov there first, up the low wall, going for the tip. Kachuk gets it to stay in at the blue line. Back around low boards. Verhaeghe gets it lower. Bennett making moves. Down low, Jarvis versus Kachuk. Kachuk gets it to the point. Forsling shoots, and it goes wide. That should have been a hook. Svechnikov just about got his hands ripped off. No call. 2:25 to go in the first. Shots are 9-6 Carolina. Orlov through neutral, hits the red line and dumps it deep. Coming up to the high boards. Kokaniemi gets it to the point. Nobody home. That's offsides. Blake just took a pretty good hit from Kulikov. And he definitely didn't have the puck. He had the chance of ref you suck going, and I do not blame Carolina at all. Blake gets it to the center where Slavin almost fumbles, but it gets out. Up ahead to Kokaniemi. He takes a hit to it looked like the chin, but that actually looked like it could have been a really just good, clean hit. Lundell goes down, gets back up, and dumps it deep. Slavin from behind his own net, up the low wall. Carrier takes it himself all the way up the low boards. Martinook ends up getting put down on the ice. Will gets another hit. And Florida gets shut down at the Carolina blue line. We're getting some contact now, ladies and gentlemen. Mikula around his own net to Jones. Florida through neutral. Barkov dumps it in. Chased down by Rodriguez, who's fought off by Walker. Now it's Jarvis down low with Reinhart. Puck to the low corner. Up the low boards, kept in by Florida. Forsling gets it behind the Carolina net. 35 seconds in the period. Right to the Florida blue line. Gosh to be here gets it in. Trying to get it somewhere. And he has nowhere to go. Not sure what he was looking for something. Oh, Cross trying to get it up front. They score! Carolina scores, but immediately Bob Roski and the entire Florida bench looking for goalie interference. I will add the score, but we will stick around for a moment to see. Is it? Oh, it's off his skate. That was a skate direction. His foot kind of went towards the goal, but I don't necessarily find that because it's like I said, his foot kind of goes towards the goal. We will see. I'm going to consult. One sec. Sorry, guys. They decided that one quicker than I thought they were going to. But all right, we got ourselves a game. Let's make sure I've got the intermission set up properly. It looks like I do. So 2-1 Florida at the start. We hit first intermission, and I'm going to go make myself a burrito with that rice that ended up taking me longer to cook than I was expecting. So we will be back hopefully a few minutes before the start. We'll dive into some stats and things. See you guys soon.
David said there are some things that are different, but in many ways, this series, like.
Alrighty, I was supposed to unmute while I mute. Anyway, that didn't quite work out. But we are coming back for the second period. Late score by Carolina. Oh, something we forgot to do because it was a late score. All right. There it is. Scoring for the Carolina Hurricanes, Sebastian Aho, assisted by Jarvis and Svechnikov. I still can't believe Aho went to the box because of that call, and sure enough, Florida scores on the power play. Oh, I will say, dude, I just found a recipe. The first time I tried it was right before this stream. Just a Mexican style rice, real simple. A little oil, white rice, fry it up till it's translucent, and then you add chicken stock, tomato sauce, was it cumin, chili powder, and garlic powder. That's it. Let it sit for 20 minutes, and boom, you got some bomb ass rice with some ground beef and taco seasoning. Dude, that might have just changed my life. Florida across and out. Delayed offsides on the Cats. Carolina headed in the other way. Mikkola stops him. Burns goes back in across the front of the net. Stahl tips it just enough to get it behind. Now Carrier. Jones ends up with a broken stick. I'm curious how that happened. Excuse me. But he can't really complain since he got away with one earlier. Ooh, good little between the legs action, but Florida gets it back and dumps it right back in. Gosh, to be here around. Stankoven can't get it out. It ends up with Lundell up front, kicked away as he goes through the crease. Hall making a dangerous move to the front of the net between two Panthers. Not sure what that decision was. Oh, Nate Schmidt just blowed someone up. Looks like Tanner Hall just got introduced to the likes of the 88 for Florida. Down low behind the net, Verhaeghe leaves it back for Marchand in the high corner. Puck works its way up, but it's tipped up and out of play off the stick of Hall. Let's see if they'll replay that hit. That was a dumbass decision to go in front of the net, in front of his own net right there. Here we go. Boom. Schmitty boy. The pipes are calling. Puck in the high corner. Carolina gets it out all the way across into the Florida zone. And they're going to call an icing, and I'm not sure why. Every single one of them had plenty of opportunity to play it. They just missed it. Like, that went through 5 people that just missed the puck. I don't... Bennett with the backhand misses the net off the face-off. The forcing attempt stopped short. And then Bennett just misses, puck into neutral. Struggle session is on for the Hurricanes as we start the second period. Forsling into the Florida zone, dumping it. Drivers trying to go up the wall. Shot saved by Anderson. Ooh, what's going on there? Oh, that hurts. You know what? Let me look at something real quick. Ooh, I may have all this stuff. Okay. I'm gonna have to look at this. Florida, Kulikov into the Carolina zone. Schmitty to Kulikov, saved by Anderson. That was a good little game of catch before that shot was taken. Puck makes its way up and out. Chaos through neutral. Everybody missing. Blake gets it to the red line. Kokaniemi gets it across. Blake, sorry, that was shot. Misses everybody. Who was that then? Gossia Spear gets it up to Blake across the blue line. Pushed off by Greer. Mikula down low. And Florida's coming away with it. No second to Mikula. Mikula back to Greer. Greer scores. Great attack by Florida. And Carolina is finding their way to the fighting their way from the bottom of the barrel, man. It is tough. I was not expecting this because, like I said, Carolina has the best goal against. They have like a 1-8. But Florida knows how to score. And like Bobrovsky, there's times where you may beat Bobrovsky, but it's hard to outscore Florida and beat Bobo. See if Carolina lights a fire under their ass. Scoring for the Florida Panthers, A.J. Greer, assisted by Mikula and Nosek. That was great from start to finish between the three of them. Great pass by Mikula, stretched way out in front of, what's this disappointment's name? Morrow. Morrow, just stretched out in front of Morrow. Stankoven trying to dance past Marchand. Marchand wins. Looks like he grabbed Stankoven's stick and threw it. I'm not going to lie. But it put Stankoven right over to the puck. From the low point, shot goes over the net. High wall. Fed out front, just misses the net off the tip off Bobrovsky. Kept in. Walker across the blue line. Shoots. And he hits Lustrinainen. And it ends up in the Carolina box. What are you going to do? Face off, eventually won by Carolina. And the face off was in the Florida zone. Martinook just dumped Ekblad. Those two are going to be going at. Nope. I would say if we look, I'm sure they're going at it, but puck came back to Ekblad and all of Carolina bailed. Potential trip. Puck tipped up ahead, and we're going back and forth. Barkov down to Anderson from behind his own net. Burns up the low boards, and Florida's going to go back the other way. Barkov throws it across. Shot by Ekblad. Misses the net from the top of the high circle. Reinhardt up the low boards. Gets it taken away by Slavin. Comes to Anderson, and he's going to cover it and freeze. Aho, Verhaeghe. Face off to the left of Anderson. It is out, and Jones from his own zone kicks it up ahead. And it goes back the other way, and no icing. Jones trying to get away from Svechnikov. Carolina keeps it in. Bobrovsky fights it to the backboards. Jones cutting up the middle. Svechnikov all over him, but he gets it up and away. Oh, Carolina, what a pass by Anderson. Missed by his teammates down the line. So disappointing. That was a hell of a job. Hey, bouncing puck, it's not easy, but that was a hell of a pass from Anderson. I'm not going to lie to you guys, man. All I can think about right now is that rice and beef burrito I just destroyed. Schmitty misses the net. No second. Aho still getting up after the face-off. There we go. Chad, dude, I gotta say it. Wait, hang on. Because I am gonna try this recipe right here. Sweet, because I was gonna need that. How much? Does it say? Okay, so this is a pound of meat. So I'll do a pound of meat first. Let me just screen cap this real quick. I always do that wrong. There we go. Chili powder, cumin. I know we got that. I know we got salt and pepper. Believe we got paprika, garlic and onion powder. We got crushed red onion. We got and oregano. We got cool. Like, since I made that Mexican rice and it turned out being bomb as shit, I'm like, all right, cool. Now I need to make more ground beef. Because, like, I typically like to switch it up. It's either ground beef and potato, ground beef and rice, or chicken and potato and chicken and rice, or ground beef and potato and ground beef and rice. So I want to switch it up a little bit. Making that rice was fucking good. So I need to figure out where that recipe is that I used. I'm pretty sure it was this one. Fuck yeah. Kulikov gets it in, but it's turned over. Right back up the other way, and Kotkaniemi takes a shot from Forsling right before Robinson takes a shot from Kulikov. Carolina not looking fantastic this second period. Up the high boards, Florida, across the blue, across the red, into the zone. Anderson settles it, takes the low board route. Forsling at the blue line. Goes off the backboards. Marchand shot. Hits the guy in front of him. Good defense by Slavin. Eventually, Marchand gets room. Hits Stahl in front of the net. He gets into the backboards and gets it out. Stankoven gets it deep. Bobrovsky, Forsling. Good stick. Feed it out front. Not a good job. And Bobrovsky's stick goes away. A front shot. Big save with no stick by Sergei Bobrovsky. His name's just fun to say. Puck coming back into neutral. To the high corner and around to Bob. Taps it along. Carrier has it. Makes a move down low to avoid contact by Forsling. Up to the point. Back to the low point. Towards the net. Hits whoever was standing right in front of Walker. And ends up, that's Lustrinanen. Looks like it ends up going into his gear. Man, both sides, well, Carolina can't help but hit guys standing in front of them. They got the Shea Theodore issue. I am very surprised he didn't try to go 5-hole right there. I am incredibly surprised. I'm sure he's rewatching it, and he's very surprised. Big spinning shot. Doesn't go anywhere. Carrier down the low corner battling. Kulikov ends up winning. Finally, Carrier gets some help. Puck's already out. And it's going to go all the way down by Rodriguez. Martin gets there first. Kulikov takes a hit to get it around the low boards, and it's up and out. Low corner, Mikkola, Schmitty. Say there's definitely a little bit of a change for Carolina. They need it. Puck out in front of the net. Rodriguez can't settle the puck. Ooh, nobody can settle the puck. And we got a high stick. On Carolina, penalties going to, power play going to the Panthers. Schmitty got back to his feet pretty quick. I ain't gonna lie to you about that, but see that. Born to record when scoring a power play goal in the 2025 playoffs. Well, they've already scored one, so that's good for their call. Is it going to be 4-1? Ekblad down low. Back to Ekblad. Back to the point. Shot by Jones and is tipped away. Barkov gets it to Reinhart. Reinhart down low. And it's a turnover. Carolina gets it out. Seth Jones with a little extra on the one-handed follow through there. Excuse me. Jarvis. Oh, Aho with a great stick. Florida just shutting down the passes, but then Aho made a great play. And right there, Jarvis was horrified of contact. And Jones loses his stick. Oh, man, Carolina is lost. They're doing good on the penalty kill, but their ability to control the puck is non-existent. Like I said, it's funny I'm saying that because a minute and a half, and they've been fantastic on the penalty kill. But as soon as they get across the blue line, they have no idea what to do. And they've had a lot of great opportunities, but that has just gone away. Bennett shoots, glove save, Anderson. Shot goes wide of the Carolina net. 9 minutes to go. Shot comes through, fought off by the bodies out front. Marchand shoots, goes off of Anderson. More opportunities. Florida can't put it in. Forsling. Oh, we're back to even strength. My bad. Martineau gets it up the low boards. Little shove. That looked like a high stick. There you go. High stick on Forsling. Oh, they're going to call it cross check. Okay, I mean, it looked like he turned around and swatted him in the face. Okay, it was definitely a cross check. And an appropriate reaction by Svechnikov. So, all of a sudden, there's another little shining bit of hope. Let's see what we're looking at here, fellers. Shots are 16-12, Florida. Face-off advantage going to Carolina, 59%. Florida 1 for 2. Carolina 0 for 1 at the moment, going on to number 2. Cut a little bit short on a bullshit penalty to Aho. Carolina has 12 block shots to Florida's 8. Florida has 9 giveaways to Carolina's 8, and both have 2 takeaways. Shots this period are 9-2 Florida. Uh-oh. The Karate Kid Legends. I'm not so sure about this. Don't know about that. And it's more just because it's so hard for. It seems impossible for good movies to be made. Now, that's not the case, but. Maurice better not even. Hey, I know he looked up and he went, damn. Like, he didn't even. And I said it about the Devils coach. It really goes for every NHL coach, but especially Paul Maurice. If he sees something and he looks up and he's stone-faced not reacting, then it was a fucking penalty. Like, there's no doubt about it in anybody's mind. That was a good call. Oh, all of a sudden I can't move my neck to the right. That ain't cool. Face off to the right of Bobrovsky. Reinhart kicked out of the face off. Aho and Barkov. Carolina wins it. Top of the low circle. Back to the point. Got to be here. Down to Svechnikov. Goes across the ice. Slows down all momentum. Svechnikov from the dot goes to the point. Back down low. Aho. All the way to Gosh to be here. Top dot shot. Stopped by Bobrovsky. And Yeah, that was interesting choices right there. But yeah, Svechnikov just kind of put down. It's either Rodriguez or Mikula, I believe. I guess, or Kulikov or Lustrinin. Never mind. I forgot how many sevens there were on Florida. Gosh to be here, Svechnikov. Gosh to be here, Svechnikov. Svechnikov shoots and he misses wide. Battle for it in the on the low boards. Gosh to be here keeps it in. Aho going across the ice. Jarvis ends up with it. Back down the high boards all the way across. Good pass to get it through. Carolina controlling in the Florida zone. Aho to the blue line. Back down to the low boards. Svechnikov with the pass, and Jarvis misses the tip. How is that not another cross check? Well, maybe not. It looked crossy, a little boardy, but we got Svechnikov going down in the middle of the ice. A lot of shit happening. Svechnikov shoots and it's swallowed up by Bobrovsky. He drops it. Bobrovsky just flew that back like he got hit. Florida's acting all pissed off. I'm pretty sure they put Aho into him. I kind of like to see that. Either that or it was Florida who hit Bob, but let's find out. Nope, he hit him on the side. He didn't hit him in the numbers. That was a brutal hit, but he did not hit him in the numbers. Oh, no, Svechnikov, that was bullshit. He just went. I mean, Bob about looked like he was going to hurt himself more than the contact did, but that was bullshit contact by Svechnikov. I don't like that shit at all, man. Go to the head of the goalie. Oof. Ooh. Doubt anything will happen later on, but it definitely should. That was not a fan of that. "30 seconds on the power play, 7 minutes to go in the second period. Roslovic versus Lundell. To the right of Bob. Quick shot off the face-off. Bob makes the save. Florida gets it clear. Burns setting up behind Anderson. Carolina heading out. Roslovic in, leaves it for Stankoven to Burns across the ice. Good pass to the low dot, but Stankoven cannot handle the puck. And we are back to full strength with 6.5 minutes to go in the second. Puck comes out. Oh, I guess it was an icing. Because they blew it before Anderson covered it. So I'm just confused. Yep, sure enough. Face off in the Florida zone. To the right of Bob. Carolina wins it. Top of the high circle. Shot. And Bobrovsky makes the save. Dangerous play. I don't know who was taking Carrier down, but that's 100% on whoever had the contact on him. He's trying to keep his balance. The guy keeps dumping him, and then his foot comes up in the air. Like, that's why it was dangerous, but that was not because Will Carrier decided to go ass up. Puck all the way across in the Florida zone. Carrier gets it back down around the net, but Martinook can't control the puck. And Verhaeghe takes a hit by Stahl to get it deep. Carrier pokes it away. Oh, no, sorry. That's Walker pokes it away. 26-28, man. It's up ahead. Stahl trying to get it across, and Carrier gets shut down by Bennett, who is just a little faster and in the way. Puck down low to Carrier, trying to get it out front. Great pass, but Stahl wasn't ready. And the puck comes deep. Orlov takes a hit from Kachuk. Kachuk tries to center. It ends up on the high boards. Orlov gets it out. And, ooh, that puck actually does make it across. Aho trying to tip it towards the center. Florida ends up with it. Back into neutral. Ekblad gets it in. Up the high boards. And Nosek dumps it. A little back and forth right now. Florida's going to get it and go the other way. Let you guys know when it gets more exciting. Here we go. Hit him. Barkov trying to hit Morrow, but not the best contact. Battle for it in the high corner. Svechnikov gets it behind his own net, trying to get rid of it. Can't. Too much pressure. Florida takes a shot, but is stopped by the body's out eye. And it's right back the other way. And it's right back the other way. And Jones from behind his own net sends it back the other way. And it's going back the other way. And we're back into the Florida zone. Marchand loses it to the middle. And we're going back the other way. Dude, how many swings are Hall and Stahl? The two of them, 71 and 11. I almost said 181. How many times are those two going to whiff on a pass or a shot? It's unbelievable. That was a good pass. There you go, Hall. That was a good pass all the way into the low boards of the Florida zone. To the point. Top of the eye circle shot. Kicked away to the backboards. 3:10 to go in the period. Roslovic gets it to the point. Walker across the blue line. Back to Walker. Shooting from the middle. Hits something and goes way up high and out of play. So we got 3:16. That ain't right. There we go. 3:02 to go in the second. Shots at one point were what, like 7-2, and now they're 8. Florida now they're 8-6. So Carolina having a little bit of momentum following that power play, just not able to get it past Bob. Shots totaled are 16-15 Carolina. 29 out of 45 face-off attempts going to Carolina. 0 for 2 on the power play for the Canes, 1 for 2 for the Cats. Hits are 29-28 Florida. Florida decided this period they were going to come back and start beating the hell out of everybody, and Carolina has not responded. So we'll see if they decide to as we get closer to the end. They are getting a little bit better about controlling the puck and getting it into the O-zone. However, the transitions for Florida are way faster than it seems like Carolina is really, really ready to deal with. But we'll see in a few minutes because Florida's doing Florida's kind of just chilling back and letting Carolina run the show at the moment. So we'll see how what the energy consumption is in the last couple minutes of the second period. See how the teams are going to come out in the third. Reinhardt gets into neutral, settled by Carolina and put back in. From behind the net, Mikkola. Panthers work their way out, dumped in. High corner. Fed back below the net, Slavin. Gets it out. Carolina into the Panthers zone. Carrier goes down and hit Jones. Oh, puck towards the net, kind of softly as Bobrovsky makes the glove save. I would love to see Will Carrier get pissed off and catch someone with their head down, crossing the middle. It's crazy. Florida are experts at that. They will be the reason you make contact with their goalie, and 100% their fault. You're doing everything you can to avoid contact, and they will make sure that they push you into them, and then they'll beat your ass for touching the goalie. I mean, until you stand up and can defend yourself, then that's not how it goes. But big old gouge right there. All right, little bit of ice repairs, a big old gouge in the crease. Lost game one in all 5 conference final appearances. That's insane. Carolina is not great at game 1 in round 3. So this is probably going to end up being their 6th game 1 loss in a row. And they've only been here now. This is the 6th time. Yeah, that's rough. But they swept in the last 3 conference final appearances, losing 12 straight games. Oh, they were swept. Damn, they've lost 12. This will be 13th straight game that they've lost in the finals. 2:25 to go in the second. Shots are 17-15. Another one on net, stopped by Bobrovsky. Battle for it on the low boards. Lusterinen puts a hit on Roslovic. Dude, there's just everybody hitting everybody. Marchand gets away with the hold. Carolina gets it. High corner, trying to get it to the point. Across the blue line. Shot. And it hit somebody way out between the dots. Way out high between the dots, like between the circles. Gosh, to be here from behind his own net, waiting for something to build. Finally gets it up the middle. Aho. Up the high boards, but good pressure from Florida. That's Mikkola just doing work, man. Puck stuck up on... Nope. Got it out. Carolina's going to go the other way. Ooh, very close to being a very good play right there. Mikkola gets back first. And Verhaeghe has to go around the net. He's looking for a place to put it. To the point. Blue line, shot, tip, missed. Up to low boards. Jarvis struggles, but he gets it up the boards and gets it out. Aho just misses Svechnikov. He had him. Shot. And Bobrovsky makes the save. 40 seconds to go in the second period. Can Carolina do it again? Oh, boy. 40 seconds to go. Let's see. Shot. Stopped out by the bodies in the low circle. Goes all the way down, and we're going to have an icing on Florida. 30 and a half to go. Sorry, 30 seconds. 30 and a half seconds. We'll figure out how to talk eventually. It's not like we've been doing this every day or nothing. Sometimes words are hard. Burns with it. He shoots. It goes wide. Thrown down low. Stahl up the high boards. Burns looking. Shoots. Hits the stick of Barkov. 10 seconds as Florida goes the other way. Reinhart should have just taken that. Oh, great stick. Keeps it in. Reinhart trying to get it across and the wrong-handed shot. And Barkov ends up taking the shot and hitting Martinook in the face. So we are watching something, man. I mean, Florida's probably going to repeat. I was curious how they would play against Carolina, and the answer is they would shit on Carolina like they're not even there. I mean, and it's a lot Bobrovsky just being a wall, but Florida is just taking their time. They're being very patient. They're picking their plays, and so they're not wasting a lot of energy. And when something develops, something opens up, they go. Now, they're hitting a lot more this period. Maybe not a lot more, but they definitely hit more this period. Both sides hit a lot. I mean, 36-31, Carolina. So, a lot of contact happening. A lot more contact happening this period. Carolina's gonna, kick ass on 3 when they get back. They got to come out for like the first minute and a half, play with the sole purpose of demolishing souls. That way they can try and take over the tone a little bit, because Florida just looks like they're playing faster. I mean, the second period was kind of weird because the offense for Carolina had moments of brilliance, but Florida's the one that scored. Florida is beatable. Bobrovsky is beatable. Carolina just has to figure out the secret to it. It's a shame to lose 6 conference final games in a row, game ones in a row, when you've been to, now this is your 6th game 1 conference final game 1. So very curious to see where we're going to end up from here. Third period should be, honestly, it's probably going to be dominated by Florida. Florida wins 5-1. But I would love to see Carolina come in and just be in full-on attack mode. And like I said, just change the tone of the game. You're at home. Again, if you're going to lose while they're afraid of you. That's about it. But, all right, going to take a couple of minutes, and we'll be back for the start of the third period, y'all. You already know I'm late. My bad. All right. Carolina taking a shot from the blue. I'm way further behind than... Sorry, I'm way later than I thought I was. Florida been getting away with murder. Bobrovsky covers it up.
Yeah, John, we mentioned Garrett Rank into the game as little extracurriculars continue behind Sergei Bobrovsky, but it was Garrett Rank that came into Game 7 of Toronto, Florida as well after Chris Rooney took that scary stick just above his eye early on in the second.
I wonder if we're going to see a replay or are we just going to go watch the ref? Oh, standby official. Okay. Did I miss something? Jeez. 2 minutes late and I missed something.
That's exactly what they need. They need to get on the gas pedal. They need to start pressing hard. Nice job keeping pucks alive. 50-50.
I mean, Carolina has a +10 goal differential. I don't know if it'll be enough to come back from 2, but gosh to be here, getting it down. Kokaniemi sends it further. Florida gets it out. Dumped in from the red line. Kokaniemi there first, trying to tip it past Nosek. He does. Robertson going the other way. Florida gets it out. Right to a black jersey. And dumped in. And remember, Morrow's 56, Robinson. I want to call him Robertson. Stuck in my brain from the other day. Gosh to be here, circles in his own zone. Passed up, and Stahl gets it deep. Carolina goes back the other, or sorry, Florida goes back the other way. Carrier just putting pressure on Barkov. Rodriguez throws it towards the net. It's tipped up and over by Reinhart. Puck in the high corner. Reinhart gets it to the point. Shot. His body's out in front. Barkov couldn't get his stick free. And Martinook couldn't find it. Barkov just grabbed the Slavin stick, so he can't bitch. Marchand sending it. And Hall cutting in, tried to shoot from the low dot, but Mikkola took the puck away from him. And it's out. Just under 16 minutes to go in the game. Shot from a hard angle by Lusterman. Hits Gostoby here in the skate. Puck back behind Anderson. Carolina gets it out, but Forsling's going to win the race against Stankoven.
Yeah, John, and it was a rough night for Kelly Sutherland, the official working tonight's game before leaving at the end of 2 periods. There was the puck he took off the back. You heard.
Oh, so the ref, got popped in the shoulder with the puck and then got popped from behind by a body.
For the players and for Sutherland as well, working the game, John.
It's been a bit of a playoff for a couple.
Face off to the right of Anderson. Carolina comes away with it. Up and over. And that's a delay of game. Florida going to the power play because that is absolutely a delay of game.
Carolina bench, 2 minutes for delaying of game.
I mean, brother.
And it clears into the penalty box. And with 15:29 to go, the Florida Panthers are going to have an opportunity to add to their lead here.
That is a rough penalty to take right there.
In his first Stanley Cup playoff game.
4.5 minutes gone in the third, and you give Florida 2 minutes.
It just gets away on you.
Carolina backhands it out. Kachuk meets with Bobrovsky for a moment. To Barkov to Jones. Leaves it back for Reinhart. Ends up breaking a Carolina stick on the dump in. Carolina able to get it out. Florida, Jones, red line. Ooh, carries it across and then takes it down around deep. I was expecting the dump and chase, but he left it for Reinhart. Reinhart caught him on the low boards. Puck comes out, though. Reinhart back in, up to the high corner. Aho able to get it out, and it's going to go all the way back. Jarvis, a lot faster than Jones, but Jones is able to inch it out. Bennett carries it in 3-on-3. Here we go. They are set. But Bennett flung it too hard around the boards, and Rodriguez could not get there. Schmitty from his own zone. 45 seconds left on the power play. And in. Rodriguez up front. The Bennett attempt goes way wide. Bennett sends it back down the low boards. Rodriguez from the low point. Bennett from high. And he scores. Damn, Bennett. Putting Florida up by 3. Off a bad power play. Or bad penalty. Yeah, Rodriguez at the point, leaves it for Bennett. Bennett follows the blue line across, and he just finds the empty gap to the right of Anderson's shoulder. Oh, you know what? Did that get tipped? I think it did get tipped. I honestly can't tell. Let's see how they scored it.
Have made good on their chances. They have found a way to score 2
Nope, looks like they're giving it to Bennett.
The Hurricanes only allowed 2 power play goals in the first.
Carolina trying to come right back the other way. Good save, Bobrovsky. Another follow-up, kicks it to the corner. That was Blake doing a good solo job, but puck back the other way. Ooh, swatted out of the air. Kokaniemi can't quite make the move, and it's offsides. And Greer, I mean, he took a little run, but he backed off once the whistle blew. I'll give him that. All right, there's got to be at least one guy on the assist, but it's not loading up. Who was it? I already forgot who it was, too. I know I said it. He left it at the point.
With seating for up to 7 and room for all
Who was it?
cups, the Hyundai Santa Fe is made for those who drive hockey. Visa uses state of
I really don't remember who it was that got the assist.
So no matter
I watched it happen.
you can be the
Well,
ally you
they'll,
want to be.
as soon as I say it, they'll
With trusted security right by your side.
post it. Scoring for the Florida Panthers, Sam Bennett with a power play goal.
Experience baking done differently with mineral-based Surestone
Okay.
technology from Decorators. This durable board is made from crushed stone and backed by our 50-year
Well,
warranty. The
probably
natural
wrap this one up.
at
They're going to have to figure out how to beat Bobrovsky. That's really all it comes down to.
Game 1 of the Eastern Final, 37 road goals now. That's 17 more than the second closest team, which is the Oilers. But they've been defending well tonight too, Gary.
Well, you don't win championships without having extremely solid defense. And not just defense in the defensive zone, but all over the ice. You look at them here, close proximity to their checks, pressure all the time, not leaving a lot of space. How about the neutral zone? Standing up, not giving them easy access into their zone. And then, of course, you've got to be good coming back into your own zone. There's a great defensive play there by Bennett. Good in all 3 zones, getting in the lanes, blocking shots. I mentioned that they blocked 25 a game back in 2023.
23 road playoff wins since 2021
Pucks to the net, and they've done a lot
for
of
Florida.
as well.
13 and a quarter left. Florida, good tip by Martin, but Florida gets it out of their own zone. Anderson sends it up the boards. Florida's going to touch it down deep. All right. Carolina setting up through neutral. Slavin shoots. Save Bobrovsky goes right out to the center. Nobody there in time for the Hurricanes. Burns throws it up from his own zone. It's tipped in behind Bob. Up the low boards and out for Florida. Anderson to play it. Up to Jarvis. Jones gets in the way but can't keep it in. All the way back to Mikkola. Now Florida through neutral. Anderson to settle it again. Up the low boards. Good little bump pass, but takes a hit for it. Ekblad just heat seeking. What do we have, an icing?
Body Armor Hydration Drink with electrolytes, natural flavors, natural sweeteners, and no colors from artificial sources. Body Armor, the official sports hydration partner of the NHL.
It doesn't matter whether the Florida Panthers are up 2-1 or up 4-1. They're going to keep banging you all the time. Ekblad just
Faced off to the right of Anderson.
All these hits, they add up, they add up, they add up over time. That's the mentality of the Florida Panthers.
Forsling tries and can't get it past the stick of Jarvis. Carolina trying to get a change in. Jarvis wanted to go ahead, but the bench was calling for him. Stankoven up ahead. Another hit by Lustrinen. Dude, everybody in a black jersey is getting hit. Oh, we got a fight. Marchand and Gostabahir. Gostabahir hasn't even pulled his gloves off. So I'm very curious to see what happened because, like I said, Marchand has no gloves. Gostabahir doesn't. Oh, yeah, Rodriguez and Verhage on the assist for Bennett. Let's see it. Let's see the bullshit. Marchand's involved, so you know it's bullshit. Oh, Gostabahir's trying to fire it down. He ends up hitting Marchand. Marchand got mad because he got hit with the puck. I mean, oh, dude, yeah, no, that's bullshit. Gosh, that's... Hang on, let's see. I want to hear this one.
And Gostabahir never drops his gloves. I mean, he's punching him with his gloves on.
And that's the thing. Gostabahir never drops the gloves. Exactly.
And as Marchand cruises up ice, he comes back in there. I'd have to say, looking at that, it looks like he turned and shot it at him. I mean, I think that's pretty obvious. You could try to sell it as your ice in the puck, but... And Marchand's going to get an extra here, and you can tell.
Oh, yeah. It's like, of course he's going to get extra here. I mean, you could see as big as Dallas. What the fuck? He's trying to talk shit as the ref takes him away. Like, I really don't care either way. I mean, yeah, it definitely looked like Gostabahir shot it or flung it at Marchand. But at the same time, I just don't like Marchand so much that I really am just like, whatever, I don't even care. And it doesn't matter. Florida's winning the game.
We get the 10. That's exactly what he was saying to the referee. are going to have a big opportunity here.
You see how Maurice is going nuts? That's why I mentioned earlier on one of the penalties, if he's stone facing it, then it was absolutely a penalty. Bad turnover. Reinhardt gonna try to center it. Walker just flubbing control of the puck at the blue line. Puck comes out front. Barkov can't hang on for the wraparound. Svechnikov skating hard. Good stick, sends the puck the other way. Barkov trying to get to the center. And he's just holding on to the stick and ends up taking Blake into the boards because he's holding on to Blake's stick. That is absolutely insane, dude. He actually made Blake go headfirst into the boards by grabbing onto his stick, hanging onto it, and then yanking him down into the boards.
He's such a big man who moves so well, so smart,
Unreal.
protects the puck. And you got to give the Panthers a ton of credit. You know, I don't think anyone knows how good they are with their sticks. Reinhardt, Barkov, Verhaeghe, all these guys.
Oh, Burns out of his own zone. 45 seconds left on the power play. Kokaniemi leaves it. Carolina in. Hall back to the center. Shot from the side. And it misses the net from the low circle. Bottom of the low circle. Oh, and the puck comes out. Burns has to reset. Stankoven leaves it off for Hall. Hall across the blue line to Kokaniemi. Kokaniemi leaves it off. Back to the point. Burns tries to go across the ice. Stick slows it down, but Roslovic gets it. Cross the ice and no control, but Burns saw it coming, so he's going to try and catch Rodriguez going back. Big backhand. Beats Burns, but Anderson makes the save. And we are back to full strength. Oh, damn it. I never did the color thing for the name. Like I said, that day off really screwed me up. Verhaeghe gets back first, all the way back. Carrier fights it off and can get it to Slavin. Florida on another level of wanting to go for hits. Good passing. Slavin takes the shot. Bobrovsky fights it off. He was baiting that post and shut it down. And Florida the other way. Ooh, Slavin takes a hit as he gets it around. Carolina into the Florida zone. A great stick shuts that down. Oh, man, this is going to start getting pretty hot come like game 3, game 4. Orlov almost loses the foot race to Nosek. Florida keeps it in. Shot. Hits the body out in between the circles. Burns behind his own net. To Orlov. Florida is just... They got one mission right now, and it's make Carolina afraid of them. And it's not working. Anderson fights off a shot from Ekblad. I mean, there have definitely been some, both ways. There have definitely been missed calls both ways, but there have been some calls against some missed calls that are like, yo. Same thing it's been the last couple of games. Just, yo, we're going to let that go? But you're going to call Aho for that thing that happened at the beginning? Okay. Walker gets it in. Shot from the point goes off a stick and ends up in the high corner of the Florida zone. Lustraninen up the low boards, takes a hit from Hall. Burns in his own zone goes around the high boards. Florida is gonna dump in somewhat change. Kachuk putting pressure on Burns. Stahl into the zone. One hands it down to Carrier. Carrier feeds it out front. Good Florida stick. Pops it high. Ends up to Orlov, who gets it to the high corner. Stahl gets it back down low. Carrier. Mikolo just checking the shit out of... Dude, Mikolo's just cross-checking the shit of Burns. I think that's Burns. No, it shouldn't be, right? No, that's Stahl. I was saying, I couldn't see a number, but Stahl is just getting cross-checked so wild. Oh, that's, like I said, I couldn't see a number, but I'm like, nah, he's way too low to be Burns. Florida, good stick, knocks the puck away. Orlov getting abused by Gadjevich. Sorry, I thought that was a 12. Dude, I can't see numbers for shit right now. That was Reinhardt. That was 13, not 12. Florida into the zone, losing the skates at the top of the high circle. Barkov and Walker fighting it out. Like, fellas, do whatever you want, because apparently there ain't no penalties unless it ends in a fight. 5.5 minutes to go in the game. Bennett at the red line. Carolina gets it in. Florida gets it out. Bennett shoots. Stop by Anderson. He gave up the rebound, but he's able to fish it back in. Unreal, fellas. Oh, watching Brad Marchand be mad is so much fun. It really is.
Ranking Ram the #1 brand in new vehicle quality. Then we won 2025
All right, commercial break. This game won. I mean, dude, I wish I would have looked into the history of Carolina, not realizing that they've never won a game one in the conference final. Probably could have guessed it was going to happen again. But Edmonton, Dallas tomorrow. We'll dive into it pregame tomorrow. That series, I'm hoping Dallas wins. I'm expecting Dallas to lose. And I know, wait, hold up. You're hoping Dallas wins? It's like, bro, it's Dallas and Edmonton. I don't think I've bitched about two teams more than those two. But at least one of them is an American team, so I've got to at least pull for that.
Morgan Riley just realized that adulting can be offside. Why do I pay the same for car insurance as that guy?
But I'm thinking Florida repeats, which annoys the shit out of me.
Not one bit.
Like I said, I want to like Florida so bad. They just make it so damn hard.
To get groceries delivered. The Florida Panthers seem to really enjoy being together on the road, even more than most teams, always doing things as a group. Dinners as a team on most nights. Gary mentioned how great the Hurricanes penalty kill was the first two rounds. No matter for Florida, especially on the road. 2 for 3 here tonight. Also in the Paul Maurice area, the Panthers have not lost a playoff game when leading either after the first or second period, John.
And in 5 minutes and 12 seconds, unless something miraculously happens, the Carolina Hurricanes will drop their 13th consecutive conference final game without a win. So that continues to grow and eat away at them as well.
Ball won by Florida. Forsling.
Oh yeah, that was 2 power play goals, huh? And Lusternin and Berries. Oops, sorry guys. I was just gonna say a stat real quick, because the face-off didn't immediately turn into a goal. Whoops. Soon enough turned into a damn goal. Just goes around the backside of the boards. Nosek makes a beautiful pass out front to Lusternin.
And watch where Losterinen goes. He gets separated from Gostisbehere, loses himself, cruises back in.
Yep, gosh to be here trying to play the puck instead of the body on that one. Probably goes a little bit different.
One-goal games, but the Florida Panthers just flexed here in game 1. And they have a 5-1 lead.
At the end of this one, Carolina is going to be talking shit like, oh, yeah, you only beat us by 3.
It's going to be just reload, reset, reload, get ready for game 2 here at home. You've got to get that game. It's very important. You don't want to drop both at home. So there's going to be a little more desperation, a little more anxiousness, and I think their game's going to get a little more cleaner.
Carolina wins the faceoff. Gosh to be here sends it deep.
With his 4th goal of the playoffs, and he also leads the NHL in road points in the playoffs here. That was his 12th road point.
So I thought that's what happened, but I wasn't sure. They gave Marchand the 10-minute. Ooh, big hit. The puck works its way to the front of the net. That was Robinson getting a little blast. But they gave Marchand the 10, but didn't give Gosh to be here 10 because pretty sure because he never dropped the gloves. Like Marchand just went at him, dropped the gloves, and started swinging on him. So he has the ability to defend himself. But since he didn't drop the glove, it's not like he basically didn't agree to go bare knuckle, and Marchand made it happen anyway. Another glove save by Bobrovsky. 4:24 to go in the third. Shots are 27-20, 28-20 Carolina. But another team that at the moment cannot figure out how to beat Bobrovsky. Boy, that place is empty. Holy shit, that arena is empty in Carolina.
That's the recipe.
Penalty coming up here to Gadjevich. He's going to get called for roughing, a little too aggressive on the...
I'll say another whistle, and it's Gadjevich who apparently is getting called for roughing.
Lead and under 5 minutes to go. And Gadjevich, you talked about it today as we see this hit, which they consider to be a bit late, and Morrow was turning, heading back for a change. And
oh, that. Okay. Yeah, okay, so this hit is nothing. It's all the extra stuff. If you're trying to send a message to these teams, which the refs have done a dog shit job of doing, then you send Gadjevich for that extra stuff, and you try it now, way too late, to send a point. Gostisbehere with the big shot from the top of the high circle. Bobrovsky gloves it. 4:10 to go in this game. Please just hurry up and get it over with. Scoring for the Florida Panthers. Eetu Lusträninen. Assisted by Nosek and Forsling. And another glove save frozen by Bobrovsky.
it's Carolina's DNA, right? Everything goes to the net. Everything goes to the net. Whether there's somebody in front or not, whether the goalie has a look at it or not, it goes to the net. And these are fairly catching frisbees for Bobrovsky here in the last couple, but his lateral movement on those one-timers off the sides is just fantastic.
Moves it around the boards for Greer. He's hit by Jarvis.
Greer took a pretty good hit right there.
Away from Svechnikov, back to the net. Blake is on it. Svechnikov.
Gosh to be here at the blue line, top of the high circle. Shot hits Forsling's stick. Gosh to be here to the center. Oh, good little move. Hey, they at least scored. I couldn't see who actually. It looks like Blake finally got one in. Doesn't mean much at the moment, but it's at least a power play goal. So Carolina gets to claim one of those. 3:41 to go in the third. Carolina down by 3. I mean, Ekblad came and destroyed Blake. Like, that was absolutely uncalled for.
And into the net
I mean, he hits him in the head too. It wasn't a full-on punch or an elbow, but look. Oh yeah, it was. He was trying. Ekblad was trying to elbow Blake in the head. His shoulder got a little bit in the way when his forearm hit, but Ekblad absolutely was trying to elbow Blake in the back of the dome, dude. The guy cannot help himself. 3:20 to go in the third. Orlov in. Schmitty settles it, takes a bump by Martin Hook, and you got more contact happening between Kulikov and I can't see who this is. Carrier. Oh yeah, keep an eye on Carrier. Oh, good grief, guys. Hopefully tomorrow's a more exciting game than this is, because good Lord, I'm not surprised to see an absolute ass whooping, but I mean, at the same time, I'm not even looking forward to the next game. Oh, whoops, this is the wrong feed. My bad, guys. My bad.
Reward you with points. And you get 5 times the points on things like groceries, dining, recurring bill payments.
For paying your bill.
But also you get
Every month.
And just remember,
Build a routine. Huh?
he is a talker.
Oh, dude, I just want this game to be over. Let's get there already.
Rogers Xfinity is here with the next generation of streaming. Now Keanu can spend more time watching all his TV. Yes.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
All his streams.
What? You're so cute.
Even the shows Keanu can't help but love.
My list.
Oh, man.
With Rogers Xfinity.
At Burger King, we flame grill our burgers.
Like, you know what? A Burger King burger kind of sounds good, but I'm definitely on a do it at home kind of kick right now. But I want to make the A1 barbecue burger or something like that. Back when I was in high school, the thing was bigger than a normal patty. And it had like bacon, A1 sauce, and the fried like crispy onions on top. And man, the Burger King was the closest place to my work, so that was crack to me. Ooh, Carolina already has the empty net, already had a decent opportunity. Well, maybe not a decent one, but had an opportunity. High wall. Puck towards the middle. Florida ends up with it. Good decision not to dump it. Rodriguez instead does. Instead of icing it, risking the icing, he made a good decision to just get it further up ahead. Gostisbehere. It's tipped in by Blake. Everybody down low. Svechnikov gets it to the low point. Walker across. Gostisbehere makes a good move on Lustrinin. Puck back to the high point. Back to Gostisbehere. Walker walks it across. Go figure. Gostisbehere on the blue line. Top of the high circle. Shot goes wide. Blake can't reach it. Gostisbehere keeps it in momentarily, and Florida has it. And good stop right there to disrupt the pass at least. Jarvis gets beat. Minute 45 to go. Jarvis down in the low corner. Puck comes up. Low point from the center. Shot from the high dot, missing the net. Svechnikov gets it to Slavin in the low point. Back to Svechnikov towards the center. Hits the skate of Blake. Jarvis swings it around to Kokoniemi, who gets it to the high point. Back to Kokoniemi. He's at the high point. Back down low to the high dot. Shot goes wide. The tip was there, but they missed. Another shot. Bobrovsky makes the save on the pads. Ooh, trying to go across. Shot is stopped, or pass to the crease is stopped. Under 60 seconds to go. Shout out to Carolina for not quitting. It'd be nice for them to play the way they, well, they had moments of brilliance. They just couldn't close the deal. That's all it was. I mean, love to say there was something other than that, but there really wasn't. And puck's up and out of play. Mikkola goes and hip checks Hall. Hall does nothing, so Mikkola turns around and shoves him. Ugh. Just, ugh. Scoring for the Carolina Hurricanes with a power play goal. Jackson Blake, assisted by Jarvis and Gostisbehere. That's the wrong button. Backhand by Carrier. I said Carly. Two great stops by Bob. One on Carrier and one on, I believe, Kokaniemi. 16 and a half seconds to go in the third. Okay, neither of those made it to Bob. They both hit Nosek's body while he was laid out. Oh, that's funny as shit. I saw it when it happened. Carrier and Nate Schmidt came together, and it looked like Carrier was about to kick his ass, and he ended up catching him and then just kind of like nogging him, or noogie, nogging him, giving him a noogie. Josh Beard keeps it in, dumped it deep, and that is the end. And, of course, we got a little get-together between Gatchovich, Morrow, Greer, and somebody else. I mean, Gatchovich went to the box because of his interaction with Morrow, so that's not surprising. But final shots, 33-20, Carolina, score 5-2. Absolute annihilation. Florida's going to repeat. I just have that feeling. 40 hits were 48-47, Florida. That's nuts. Giveaways were 13 apiece. Takeaways were 6 for Carolina, 2 for Florida. Unreal, guys. So absolute ass whooping. Hopefully tomorrow's going to be a little bit more of an entertaining game. This one drug ass. I'm not going to lie. I was expecting a lot more in the first period, and I got what I should have expected, to be honest. But that wraps it up for me here tomorrow night at 5 p.m. I'm pretty sure we're 5 p.m. all the way out. 5. Yeah. Oh, no. 12 p.m. on Sunday. Game 3 is at noon on Sunday. Everything else is 5 o'clock. So until then, y'all, have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.